get-togethers. Yeah. They would invite me to, birthday parties, and they would be like, "We know you don't have nobody for 4th of July.
Yeah.
Come hang out with our family."
Come to mom's house.
Yeah, and just like your family, they became my family. Because I don't have anybody here. Yeah. So I would say what they should take away from my book is definitely as somebody, not everybody, don't let your kids around everybody, but if somebody is wanting to help you through this journey, allow it, take it. Take all the assistance you can.
Parent networking.
You can.
Right? Parent
networking. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I wish they had all those mom groups that they have now.
Because they didn't have that.
They didn't have that.
No.
We was the mom group, and my best friend Donnie's was the mom group, and my sisters was the mom group. And that was the mom group for us,
Exactly.
We didn't have that resource that they have now. And I wish that we had those Facebook groups, those wine and sipping wines and all. They have so many things that you can unwind now as a parent, where we used to create our own nights. Like, okay, Friday night, I'm coming to your house, and you get the wine, and you get the pizza,
and let the kids run around.
Yeah.
Because we would sit there and unwind from the week, and just kind of catch up and let the kids go play, because that was it. We didn't have no babies.
And then that kind of became a thing for us, right?
Yes.
So it became one friend and two friend, and then we kind of networked. And I was thinking about it the other day when I was thinking about our interview, and I was like, God, we kind of been mother networking for a while, right? We have girls' nights, and then you add a friend to this girl's night, or they add a friend to this girl's night. Before you know, we're networking and making friends, and we've all made friends from our friends' right? Yeah. And so that's part of that parental community, right? But everybody has those kids. Many authors find writing to be transformative, as you mentioned, journaling. Yeah. And did the process of writing this book change your perspective on motherhood?
The process.
Or did it reinforce certain beliefs and values you've already had as a mother?
Okay, so did the process assist with my thoughts on motherhood?
Yeah.
Did
it change your perspective, or you're like, I gotta do this?
It didn't change my perspective, but what it did do is remind me of all the shit that I've gone through.
Yeah, right.
And that I'm putting this in writing, and I'm putting it out for everybody to read my bullshit.
But you survived.
I survived it all.
When you read things, right? You're like, I can't believe I went through that, right?
Yeah, like, and I'm about to share this with people, but I can't.
So vulnerable, right?
Very,
so vulnerable.
Very. It was eye-opening to the stuff that I went through, and again, like I said, people be like, how did you do that? Like, how do you do it?
Yeah.
And when I was just writing and putting together, I was like, girl, you really went through it.
But it's a form of therapy, right? Getting all that out, putting it out there, sharing it, because we all think sometimes that we're the only person that's going through something, right? When we have children, as you mentioned, with developmental delays or learning disabilities or health issues. Yeah. We think when we're going through that, because it's so tough and it's so heavy on us, right? That we are the only person that's going through that. You being able to touch on that and share that perspective and those stories and that journey with parents, I feel like is empowering, because it's saying, hey, I wasn't perfect. And I tried, and I thought that discipline was needed when it was actually a learning disability. Or I thought that she was just not getting along with people when really she has separation issues, or really she's been suffering from anxiety, and and I didn't know that. I just thought she was a high-strung child. So we learn, right, from our kids and through their experiences. And I would think that, would you say that each child you've learned a little something different from?
Yes. Each child, I for sure learned something different. I would say, because my older two are barely 2 years apart, they tag team me like twins.
No, I know that.
You do. Yeah. You absolutely do. But they were so different. Mm-hmm. Like, they were so different. Like, Malia's demeanor always was very calm and sweet. And she really taught me kind of just like, I feel like she taught me a lot of kindness, and she taught me patience. And but she taught me patience in a different way than Junior.
Yeah.
Because that Junior came along like a Tasmanian devil. That's all the memes about the second child is real.
In the third.
Yeah. That's so real. All those memes are real. Like the second child ain't no joke.
Yeah.
So he taught me. He definitely taught me a lot about myself.
Yeah.
Because one thing I will say about him is he is a realist. So he wouldn't let me live in no kind of delusional world at all. Like, Mom, that's an ugly outfit, or your belly look big.
So,
or
and for our listeners, Cecilia has one son, and everybody knows him as her Jody.
Yes, my Jody.
He is her protector.
For sure, because I be having to tell him, Mama gotta have a life. Mama gotta have a life too, Jody. But yes, he is. He absolutely, because he is the only boy in the house, and so he's for sure a protector. He definitely keeps things interesting in the house. So you gotta stay on your toes and 10 toes down with him, because if you don't, he gonna trip you up. He will. And Lily taught me really just to sit back and enjoy life. This last one, I get to sit back. The first two, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but with her, I got it down. And she is trying me, and the kids are like, "You getting soft?" I'm like, I ain't getting soft. I got different tactics.
But
and
they're resilient.
Yeah.
Beautiful, run into walls all the time. You get right back up.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But she just kind of taught me really just to sit back and enjoy life, because before you know it, they're grown. Out the house.
I absolutely agree. And if you don't enjoy the moments will enjoy you. So
for sure,
you have to take a moment to enjoy that, because as you say, they do grow up fast, and life waits for nobody, right? Time.
We are unborrowed. It's borrowed.
It is borrowed.
For sure.
Empowerment is another central theme in your book. What are some empowering stories or moments from the book that you believe will resonate with our listeners, especially with parents and mothers?
Empowerment. So, yes, I really wanted to encourage. And again, the book is for all parents. Like, it's very relatable for all, but single parents. Single parents, whether you're a single mother, single father, getting through life and getting through these obstacles with children. Like, I just want to empower them to know that you can do it. It's going to be okay. It's for sure going to be challenging, and take it day by day, and don't try to take it all on, as we know that kids are going to challenge us. They're going to challenge us. They're going to challenge authority, but definitely keep yourself in the seat of like, I got this. I can do this, and I can do it my way. And as long as it's within legal, I'm not telling you go beat your kids, but as long as it's legal, you can do it your way and what works for you and your children. And also, take it in stride and be proud of what you've done for your children. Be proud that your kid, you know what, you kept them alive. They are doing well. And they ain't hurting nobody. And just be proud of what you've done and your accomplishments with being a parent. And having that one income, and all them bills to pay, and all them sports to pay, and all them extra scholastic book games they keep bringing home.
And now the little fun runs.
Oh my God! I'd be like, do one lap. Please do one lap on the fun run, because I only got $5.
He was just like, I did 36 laps.
Slow down! Don't do all the
laps.
Who's paying? Who is paying? Thank God for social media and all the Facebook aunties.
Yes. Would you say that, I know that Lily is more into sports, like super into sports. Do you find yourself, I've been around you as a sports mom. I will say you've toned down a lot as a sports mom. I used to be concerned as a sports mom. What do you think, how do you balance, how would you suggest to a single mother, single parent, balancing a career, kid activities, sports, entrepreneurship? How would you give advice for someone to balance all of that? How do you juggle that as a single mother?
schedule, and keep to them schedules because time slips by so fast. So yes, I used to be that parent when Junior played football or Malia's cheerleading. I am front row. I am screaming. I have no voice. I am challenging the coaches. I'm like, no.
Right.
That's not a foul. Like, that is me. I'm standing up and acting crazy every single game. Now, Lily, yes, she is in competitive basketball. She's training. I am a little bit more chill right now. For now, because they're still younger. But I'm chill for now. But I if you listen to my stories, I'm screaming. Yeah, I'm hollering for sure. Like I think they can hear me from the stands. But
they can.
They can. So what I did what helped me, and I think would help a lot of parents, is, like I said, stick to a schedule. One thing I did was I meal prepped on Mondays. Yeah. I pulled out a ton of food on Sunday, Mondays, and whether I would have 2 crock pots going, and I would make the dinners and I would package them. And then because we would be at practice Monday through Friday till 8:30 at night, and we would get home, they would eat dinner and do their homework at the same time. We'd be in the shower by 9:30 and to bed by 10. It sounds kind of late, but then up back again at 6 o'clock in the morning to head to school and work. But I just really planned our days, because the weekends, also Saturdays, if you guys know youth football, you there all damn day. And track. Track parents, kudos to you, because track is wild.
It's hot
there all day.
And there's no protection for the parents for the sun.
There is not. So thank God basketball's indoors, because they tell you. Thank God it's indoors. I just was like, oh my God. So Malia's going to be 20. Yeah. She's been playing sports since 5, 6, her in junior. So this is 15 years of sports every year. Yeah. Every year, even in the pandemic, I was trying to find.
Yeah, you were.
I was taking them to the park myself and teaching them baseball, and literally myself, just to keep them busy. But
Coach Jackson,
for real. But I think structure, structure, and what I learned too from having that structure and having a child that was having challenging issues with his behavior, is that structure helped.
Absolutely.
It helped keep us on task. We didn't have room for error. We had no room for error, and the days that practice was canceled, we were so happy. Yes, please. The other day I was like, please let it rain today. So I don't have to go so I gotta go, oh darn, practice is canceled. But I say structure, and it'll definitely keep the tone set for getting through those long days.
In your in your book, there are inserts for journaling for your readers. Why did you feel that was important to include?
So this is why. First, when I started writing, I was like, is this just about me? Is it just about me? Because this is not what I really wanted it to be. I really wanted to give back, and I feel like, yes, you can go read somebody's story and it could be motivating, it can be inspiring, but I love telling my kids how they got on my damn nerves back in the day. So what I wanted to do,
and they love to hear it.
They do love to hear it. They be like, Mom, remember when? I'm like, yes, and let me tell you what happened. So so I felt that they should have takeaways from this. Have you guys gone through this? Each chapter, the beginning starts with nursing and goes all the way up into putting your kids into school, starting kindergarten, and each chapter has a journaling moment to say, how did you get through it? What did you learn from it? And or what's the funniest moment you remember about this time in their lives, so that they can hold this book and save it for their children when they're older and be like, here, this is something I'm leaving you. I feel like the generation above us really wasn't into writing. They weren't into talking about their feelings. They weren't into letting us know really about our childhood. We just kind of survived with them, because we have young parents as well. And so I really want to change that narrative moving forward for my generations to come, that they know how much we went through with them. They know how much we love them. They know what we sacrificed for them, and that this gives a platform for these parents to lead this for their children, to know how it was raising them, and to take those with their children. Like, let me take this. Mom, you did this.
Like a family book of advice.
Yeah.
A family book of reflective advice.
Yeah.
I would say
reflections for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. And I think parenting is all about reflection and self-discovery, right? Because you aren't the same woman that you were 10 years ago.
Absolutely.
As well as the same parent.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I'm sure you didn't even think that you'd be sitting here with a published book.
Yeah.
Right?
No. Yeah.
But you are, you know, and what a growth process that is, and that you can be able to give that back and share those moments with other mothers and parents, right? Because this is a platform, a book for everyone. You know, yes, it really resonates more with single mothers because that's what you are, right?
Yes.
Where you were a single mother, and so you're speaking from that perspective, but also from a parental perspective.
Yeah.
On all levels, and you touch on finances, and you touch on co-parenting, and you know, me time, and that's really important. You know, having that me time for yourself as well. As a local Las Vegas author, how do you feel your book reflects the experience and challenges unique to the community? What aspects of Las Vegas life has influenced your writing?
So unique to the community, I feel like, besides, I mean, you're not even from here. Nobody's from here, right? Donise, shout out to you, girl, because
Donise is a Las Vegas.
No, you're a real local.
OG.
You're an OG, like for real.
Born and raised.
It is rare that you meet somebody that's actually from here.
Donise is my personal assistant in social media, content manager. In case
shout out to Donise.
That's who that is.
She set all this up.
She's behind the scenes. Yes.
Behind the scenes. Yes. So and so not
and my bestie. Yes.
Not being from here. A lot of people I meet aren't from here. So like in the beginning of the book, I mentioned when I got here was 2007.
Yeah.
First of all, GPS's iPhone, like with
what was it called? You printed it out.
MapQuest. MapQuest.
Was it called MapQuest? And you print out the pages.
I didn't even have a printer for that.
Man.
At the time, because at that time I was married, and my husband at the time thought it would be like, look at this invention. It has a green screen, and you prop it on your on the hoodie or the dashboard, and you put in the address, like literally like T9 texting, and you put in the address, and it's gonna get you to where you gotta go. In 2009, that satellite was not working for shit. We could not. I was so lost in Las Vegas until I could finally figure out, okay, these streets go north and south and east and west. That is how I figured it out. So I feel like one, getting lost with my kids constantly. If you're new to Vegas, then you do completely understand that. You figure out that 215 is one damn big circle, and it takes you all around the city.
In a circle.
In a circle. So if you don't get off, honey, you're gonna just go around the city a few times. But I think that it'll really resonate with them and with the people that come here. It's a new journey for life, because a lot of people do come here. A lot of people come here for the jobs in the casinos and
a lot of military
nightlife and military, but for sure military families, because that's how we got here, as being a military family. And so I think that it will really resonate with them in that manner. And as for like single parents working in childcare, where we started off together working in childcare, we seen a ton of just single parents.
Yeah, absolutely. And made friends.
And made tons of friends.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of the things that I bring up, and because there's so many people that we've met along the years that are here in Vegas locals, that they'll for sure like resonate with this. But other than that, it's really it's not just really for just here. It's really for everybody. Because we all go through the same. shit.
Mothers don't stop here. Single mothers don't stop here. Parents don't stop here. They got them everywhere. And I think that the way you that almost sit down, here I am introduction to the book. You're having a conversation with them. You won't be there, but you're having a conversation with them, and that is what I enjoy. And when you and I had spoke, and I took, I gave you a review. You wanted my honest opinion. You said give it to me, and I said, I immediately told you those words like, friend, I don't know if this is what you was going for, but I feel like you was talking to me and you said what? That's exactly what I was going for.
So one of the holdups on my book, so my book is hoping to be released very soon, but one of the holdups with the publishers are my voice. When you send it, the writing process is no joke, and they send it through these professional editors and they critique the shit out of your work.
Yeah.
And what
they do.
And I had to keep going back to them and saying, no, I wanted 3 and is, this is how, and that's how I wanted to sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want it in my voice.
Yeah.
So they could
definitely was in your voice.
They could not figure it out. I would have to call my publishing director and I would say, I see you guys keep correcting me. Like, grammatically, yes, it's incorrect. But let me tell you how I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
Now you tell me, are you understanding what I'm writing? And he would say, yes, Cecilia, I will get back to the editors.
Yeah.
And so it was a lot of back and forth, but I was adamant about having this in my voice because when I want my readers and my audience to read it, I feel like I'm sitting down with them and I'm telling them my life story.
Yeah. And there's no other way to do it because then they wouldn't understand if it didn't come in from your voice.
Yeah.
And so as I told you, as I read it, I don't know, I must have called you back and forth, like,
yeah, you had
oh my God, I can't believe you said, oh my God, so it was just, but then I also said, this sounds just like you. And so I don't know what I expected, but I shouldn't have expected anything other than it to sound just like you. And so I think that people who know you are anticipating that because having that conversation, that personal conversation where they can get a look into you, that vulnerability side of you that you're sharing with people. And for people who don't really know you, that is a layer to peel off. That is something that, is not something that you are. You're very strong and, private person. So to open up and be vulnerable, is... I'm excited to see the feedback. What type of feedback do you think you're going to get from your book? What kind of feedback do you anticipate?
So I'm anticipating 100% Amazon #1 top seller. No, that's what I'm anticipating. I'm trying to speak it to exist and keep people, but
skyrocket them on the biggest show, the top 1.
Right.
Manifesting
and affirmations for top seller, New York bestseller. Okay, so I actually, so this question is, I'm gonna be real genuine. I am terrified to put this shit out.
Yeah.
This is going to put my business out, my children's business out.
Yeah.
It's really real. And I have only let about 4 people read my book. And a lot of authors, I learned, there's a word for it, I can't think of what the word is, but they send their books out to get these reviews like, hey, read my book, here you go, I'm gonna publish it, read my book, give me your thoughts. And I'm like, what? Why would you do that? I'm not doing that. What is wrong with y'all? So I really only let you guys read it, and let me tell you, 2 people that read it helped me edit it before I sent it off, because I also was scared to send it to a publishing agency. So originally I wrote it, I had reached out a couple publishers and I was like, hey, I'm about to have this book finished, and they're like, oh wow, the concept sounds great. So what I did was, once I had it done, I pitched it to 5 publishing companies, and all of them came back and said yes, and one was the original 50 Shades of Grey publisher.
Yeah.
And that, when I got all of them like yes, and then competing for my book, like dropping prices for the contracts and all of this, and I was like, oh shit, girl, these people like your book. Like, oh my gosh.
We were on the phone and you were reading one contract and you got a phone, you said, oh my God, somebody's calling me. I said,
when I
answer the phone.
Yeah. I was like, what do I do? Because they kept calling. I submitted them all, and I'm gonna even say this. I submitted to a Christian. I submitted to anybody who I felt would listen, and I submitted it to a Christian publishing publisher, and they came back like, this is amazing. And I was like, y'all know I'm talking this shit.
Did you read all of that?
Yeah, did y'all read this? But they were like, yes. And everybody I had to tell no wanted to come back and counter offer these contracts. And so besides you and 3 other people and these publishers I sent it to, I have got really good feedback. The feedback that I was looking to get, like, we hear it in your voice. It sounds like a really good idea. This is very original.
Yeah.
We haven't heard anything like this, and I think it's bigger than we think.
Yeah.
Like, that's what people keep saying. I'm like, I just want to get it out there. I just want to publish it. Like, I can't think of all that.
I just gotta get the
I just gotta get the book out onto paper. So, yeah, that's what I think.
For our aspiring authors in the audience, can you talk about advice you give to them with someone who is wanting to embark on this journey of writing and publishing their own book? What advice do you have for those dream writers, those dreamers that's ready to get it out there, pour it out, that has that in their head?
Do it. Whatever you have put to paper or put in your phone or put in your notes, keep going and don't stop. One thing I've heard, I listen to a bunch of like motivational self-help things because this is not my first endeavor. Obviously, you know me.
Yeah.
I dive in anything that's gonna make me a little bit extra money.
Yeah.
So I heard if you can give 8 hours to an employer, to somebody else's dream, you can give 30 minutes a day to your
I think
own.
you just gave me that pep talk the other day.
I sure did.
Yeah.
So to me, for people, I think that they should at least give themselves those 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You think you want to do it? Do it. Who's gonna say no? And also, you know, your thoughts and your journey is different from everybody else's, and don't give up on yourself.
Yeah.
For sure, don't do that. For potential writers, I just learned that Facebook got 1 million writers groups. They have Black author groups.
Yes.
They have.
It's amazing.
They're so supportive.
Yeah, they are.
They are so supportive, and I see people just drop like, where do I start? And boom, 75 comments.
Yeah.
Start here, do this, try this. You know, I want to go to a good publisher. Who's this? Boom, people are writing. Yeah, I get so many DMs on Facebook just from people like, hey, I heard you have this, and I also blah, 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 blah.
Right.
So it is very inspiring. So I would say just continue to do it. It takes a long time. This took me 3 years to put together, but you got to start somewhere and just make sure you continue to do it. The process working with a publisher is so long. I did not know this, and I don't know any published authors. So actually I do read that are just recent published authors, but they're more like in like the career field type of published authors. So I did not know this process was going to take that long, but make sure you go with a publisher you want.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do,
because you're stamping your name on it.
You are stamping your name on it and their name. Yeah. So make sure you do your research, because I got my finalized copy, and inside it says copyright, and my publisher, shout out to Newman Springs. I'm so excited. That is, you're going to be working with them. So I would say just do your research. Continue to write. Just continue to write. Don't ever stop. This is what I learned too. Because once I was like, okay, the first book, because actually this book is going to be one of a 3-part series. Yeah. It only goes up to the kids in elementary school. Then I'm going to talk about how much we hate middle schoolers, right? Everybody hates middle schoolers. They're so jerks. But so then it goes to middle school, and then transitioning the children's out of the home.
Yeah, and that was my next. What's next for you as an author? Are there any upcoming projects or events that you're going to be? I know that you're going to be launching your book, and so I wanted you to kind of share. I wanted you to share with our readers, our listeners, and viewers where they could get the pre-sale link, where we could find more information about Welcome to the Hood Motherhood, more information about Cecilia. Could you give us that information?
Yeah, so I just launched my Welcome to the Hood Motherhood website for my pre-sale. Again, I am shooting for a beginning of November, but I am offering pre-sale on my books for signed copies sent directly from me, real cute packaging, so if you're interested in those. And the link is in my bio on my Instagram, and I am also going to drop I'm actually going to drop after this my actual website, and my Instagram is Cecilia_Darlin, CELIA_DARLIN. That is my TikTok. That is my Instagram. And I am going to be dropping all of that, but I've already put the link in my bio, but I will be adding this podcast and putting the link to my website tonight.
And your YouTube?
And my YouTube. Yes, I do have a YouTube, and I'm going to be dropping the link to that tonight, but I am looking to, I really didn't want to do it, and let me tell you, people always say, like, have been telling me, like, you guys need a show, and I was like, no, because I would, CBS would be at my door, no, I'm kidding, but I would love to let people see the craziness in my house, and I have so much film and documented that I really am pushing on my YouTube channel. So
I push you. I tell you, share it.
You do, and it's getting out there. But the kids are like, "Mom, don't post that." And I'm like, "I'm gonna do it. I don't care." So yes, I do have a YouTube channel. Really, if you look up Cecilia Skeete, it'll pop up. And it's a picture of me in a pink dress. But I also am going to drop that tonight. All of my new streaming platforms. And I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for it, my friend. And you'll find those links after she dropped on the Mama Vegas Show website. You find those on my Facebook and my Instagram, as well as you'll find those attached to more social media information of our interview next week that I'll be dropping. So you'll be getting to see more of that. Any upcoming launches, or how will we be able to find out about that when book launches, launching parties?
So subscribe on my page and my link in my bio. I am asking to subscribe to my newsletter. Yeah. So I'm gonna do either a monthly or bi-monthly newsletter with updates to just kind of BS that goes on around my house.
Yeah.
And I am looking to definitely dive into the community and get out there and. Once I have some hard copies of my book and any podcasts that come my way, I have been asked for a few to go on a few podcasts as well. So all of those will definitely be. I will first add them to my website and my Instagram, the Cecilia_Darling. But I am really hoping to do a book launch. So once my book goes live and my publisher does all of that work, once my book goes live, I want to do a book launch here in Las Vegas, and I want to have a panel of amazing women and men so that we can just have conversations about these crazy ass kids that we have and parenting.
And I'm excited for that, because I think that adding different perspectives, especially a male perspective on that panel, will be super exciting and interesting. Before we go, are there any announcements, or is there anything you want to share, or any takeaways, or any advice, or just positive messages that you want to get out to our listeners and viewers to take away from tonight?
I just really want to, everybody that joined and listened in, I really want to thank you for the support, because I did not expect this to kind of turn into this, and I have not heard any negativity. I haven't heard any naysayers. Every single body in my community, or anyone that I have said that I have done this, and I really kind of kept it on hush for a while. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who supported me, or who even is following on this journey, and all the people who helped me with my children. All the people who helped me with my children, and that's really it. Just thank you for the support and the continued support. And one thing I want to do is I'm always keep it 100. I'm always be me.
100%.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. And so you always gonna get me on my podcast and my books, on my pages. I'm just gonna always keep it real.
Just
so
110%.
Just continue to rock with me. Continue to rock with me for sure.
I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you sharing. I'm honored to have had the first exclusive. But there'll be more to come. We have some exciting projects and things that we're working on behind the scene that we are excited to share with you in the future. So it's all up from here.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you, friend.
I'm proud of you, friend.
Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend.
This is dope. I'm proud of you. You're continuing to bring in, such positivity and excitement, and this is something the city needs. For
I
sure.
appreciate that.
The Black community, especially the Black community, we are, we're growing here in Vegas, and I love to see it.
I appreciate that. I just want to continue to provide a spotlight and a platform for Las Vegas locals, entrepreneurs, and dreamers, because again, we are more than just a neon lights here. I'd like to thank you all for joining us and supporting. And again, please follow Cecilia. Please go ahead and do that pre-order purchase. You will not be disappointed. Again, follow me on all platforms. That's Mama Vegas page, on TikTok, on Facebook, Eris Aisha. And again, until next time, Las Vegas, live with passion and purpose. Bye. Bye.